on Black Hat Code tutorial series, and in the next couple of videos we are going to build our very own subdomain guesser in Golang. So in this video I'm going to discuss how to create a DNS client, something along the lines of NSLOOKUP if you have used it. It's like we want the IP address information of some domain, given some subdomain from a DNS server. So before building a subdomain guesser, we need to see how DNS exchange works in Golang, and based on that we'll build upon this initial program which we are going to build today, and in the next video we'll build our subdomain guesser. So without any further ado, let me cd to subdomain guesser directory which I've already created. I'll open the VS Code here. Now here if you see there are no files initially, so let me quickly create a new file here. Before that let me do go mod init, and this time I'll say subguesser. Okay, so now the go.mod file has been created. Inside this you can see our module name is defined. Now let me touch main.go file. Now our main.file created, and as usual let me write package main. Then for importing the packages, initially I'll just say import fmt. Now let me start with our main function. So in this video we are going to see how we can build a DNS client which will give us the IP address or given some domain name. So before that I just want to say that in this video we are just going to write the entire thing in a main function, because this is fairly simple, so we are not going to write any extra function outside main. So before starting this we need one more package, a third party package, because inbuilt there is no good DNS package in Go standard library. So we are going to use a third party package. So for that let me go to the terminal and say go get the package is from github.com/miekj/DNS. So once this is downloaded, we will import the same in our program. Okay, so now this is imported. Now let me define a variable saying message. So this is the message which we are going to exchange with our DNS server, and in this message I am going to say avatar a domain name for which I want the IP address. So this message variable will be of type DNS dot message, and this DNS we already imported here, DNS package. And the second line I'll define the domain name, the domain packet which will exchange. So in DNS we also have something called fqdn type. So here I'll define my domain name, let's say youtube.com. So now our domain variable is also created. Now in the message variable which we created earlier, we are going to set a questions, DNS question. So DNS question means for what a domain name we want the query to be resolved. So we'll say set questions message or set. For some reason the autocomplete, the IntelliSense is not working here. Message.set question, and the second thing was domain which we want to set. And if I hover over this, I think the package is still installing. Let me switch my network and try again. Okay, so now the package has been added. So as you can see, the first argument, it takes a string, a set question, and the second one is T is for type. So in the so domain we have already defined here, and the next thing is we want the type. So for type we'll say DNS dot type A. So we want the type A records. A type A means for the given a domain name we want the IP address. We don't name CNAME or any other thing, MX record or any other record. If you want that, you can define that also. But in our case, we are going to build a simple DNS client, so type A is fine for us for now. Now we are going to send our request to DNS server. So for that, I'll say DNS dot exchange something. Exchange function will be there, and here the first argument is a message. So we'll give a pointer to our message. The second is the domain, the DNS server where we want our request to go. So we'll use the Google DNS, which is 8.8.8. Now once we get our result back in our in variable here, we'll first check whether we got any error or not. So for that, as usual, we will check if error not equal to nil, then we'll simply say panic. It's a simple program, so for now we can panic if we get error. And now if there is not any error, that means our request succeeded and we have some response. So in the in variable here, we are going to check if there is any answer. So answer will be a slice. So let's say if you set multiple questions here, so you will get a array of answers. So sometimes what domain will resolve to multiple IPs. So in that case, you will get a slice here. So let's check if it is less than 1. So in that case also, we'll simply say fmt dot println. We'll say no records found, because we got the response, but the answer length is 0 or less than 1. So we'll simply say no records, and then we'll simply return from here. And now since the length is greater than 1, we want to iterate over the length slice and then print each one of them. So we'll say answer range in dot answer. So as you can know, this is an array. So on this array we are going to loop using the range, and then store each entry in this two variable. So the first one is the number of bytes. Let's see here. See, it's an array of records. So dns.rr. Okay. So now let's go inside this and check if a record okay equal to answer. So now what we need to do, we need to typecast it to a type A answer. So what we will say, DNS dot A, because with this inside this, it can be of any type, the answer can be of any type. So we are specifically typecasting it to of answer of type A. So that's fine. And if okay, so in OK, if we get whether our typecasting was successful or not. So if the in OK means if our typecasting is successful, then we'll simply print our answer using fmt dot println, and we'll simply say a dot A. So this should be enough. Let's type something here. Instead of, let's use printf. So instead of printf, we will use print. And IP address found. Okay, this is fine. No records. Here also will say no records found. Okay, so this should work. So let's go to the terminal and see if this is working or not. So if at all the YouTube domain name is resolved, we'll get the IP address of youtube.com here. Wonderful. As you can see, we got the IP responding IP found, and what this is the IP address. And just to be sure, we'll do a curl on this. Yep. So yeah, that's how you create a DNS client in Golang. And in the next video, we are going to build a very interesting a subdomain caser where we'll pass our word list along with the program, and that program is going to find subdomains of the given domain. So as of now, let's say we have youtube.com here. If we want to find subdomains of YouTube, let's say tube.youtube.com or next.youtube.com. So like that, we can find a subdomains using a word list. So that will build in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye. And thanks for watching this video.